Hello, 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 hello. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Al Stock Trades. All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about the wait on the video here. Just wanted to bring in a lot of stuff that's going on. Yes, so what's going on with Clover Health? Well, let's go ahead and pull up the good old stock chart now here. And we are $3.24. So what is going on? All right, so how you doing, Captain Peru? I love how people were freaking out at 3:30, and the dog's been holding since 60 cents. Exactly, right? I'm very excited. First, is this thing being shorted? What's going on? Secrets. Let's go. All right, so I want to call Guns Show Trader out for this one. I think he mentioned it on Twitter. I think I read it from him first. But he tried contacting Benzinga and other news outlets in regard to price targets that were issued for Clover. Now, just very quickly, UBS initiated a price target of $4, which you can basically see here, right? Canaccord went ahead and issued a $4.20 price target. And then you have Leerinks issued a $4.50 price target. Now, a lot of folks are saying potentially this thing can go down to 2 what the gap is. That's a pretty significant drop. If it does go down then I will start re-engaging and doubling down and buying at that point. But I don't think that will happen. And I think those types of dips will be short-lived. A lot of folks are upset that IWM is getting to all-time highs, but yet, year to date, now Clover's going down on the month. But people have short-term amnesia or something, because this thing's up, on the year, it's up 238% year to date and 256% in the past 6 months, with the bottom low to high of up 423%. So I'm not too sure kind of what the expectations are here, but again, it's I'm glad there's people out there that just can't handle this, and they obviously shouldn't be in the market. But I like to always go back and let's go back to Tesla for a sec and go back when it was free cash flow negative. I mean, this thing used to be $12 back in 2013, and then it fell back down to 9, and then it went up to 18, then falls back down to 13. I mean, it's just consistent, like goes up to 25 and then fell down here by 50%, dropped back to 12 from 20, from 27 or something, from like 25 or 27, and then it just dropped back down. So, you're going to get ups and downs. In fact, a good example is actually Enphase. I go back to Enphase, and if you go back, this thing used to be, let's say $16 in 2014. And then all of a sudden, you go back down to May, and this thing dropped 95%. It dropped $16 down to 72 cents for then it to go basically up 46,000%. So, things go up and down, and sometimes they go really down, but ultimately it's conviction at the end of the day and knowing what you hold, which is why, I can go ahead and I can do a bunch of intrinsic values, but if you don't understand what does it mean, then ultimately you're just basically wasting your time, right? So, but overall, just very quickly, Andrew posted this the other day in regards to the updated guidance, the MCRs. I'm not going to read them off of you. Read them. You can read them yourself, but it's pretty good, right? Now, what I want to do though, really quickly, is I think Belize talked about this. Belize is our sniper, but I think today, today Peter posted this, and he said, "It's no longer enough to simply chase growth at all costs. Strategic capital allocation and balance sheet management are more critical than ever. We need to be more discerning and more focused on long-term value creation. This means rigorous evaluation of investment opportunities. Every dollar invested needs to be scrutinized with a keen eye on return on investment and cost capital. divesting non-core assets. It's time to drop off those underperforming or non-strategic assets that are draining resources and slowing down. Balancing growth with stability. We need to find sweet spots between pursuing growth initiatives and maintaining strong, resilient balance sheet. Prioritizing cash flow and liquidity. Cash is king, especially in uncertain times. We need to ensure we need to have liquidity to get through slow periods to seize opportunities when they arise. This shift towards disciplined approaches such as capital allocation is just one demonstration of how dynamic CFOs can be. We're not just number crunchers or strategic partners. So ultimately, this is kind of where, and then of course they have a picture. Peter, can you do me a favor? Can you get a better mic, please? Just get a better mic. I recommend getting a Shure mic, USB. If you can, you're the CFO of Clover. Get us a nice mic, will you? If not, I can get it. I can get you one. All right. Just let me know. All right. Got to get you one. All right. So ultimately, this is kind of what he's saying, and I agree, right? Now, on the flip side of things, B. Rad Cooley specifically said, hey, if you go to Market Watch now, the average target price is $4.23. And then you're starting to see a high, medium, and a low. And these are kind of the different price targets that they were initiated. And then here's the upcoming events. So things are starting to get updated. And interestingly, I'm not too sure, but if we go to Yahoo Finance and actually go to Clover real quick, and then see for the analysis part of things, see how many analysts there are now and see if it updated. Yeah, so it's still not really accurate, right? So there it is there. So ultimately, the big thing here is we're starting to see a RSI reset on the daily. It was overbought. Now it's getting to a point where we could go a little lower to being oversold, which is great. I mean, this is how it's healthy for a stock to undergo through these phases. Ultimately, when they become net income positive and free cash flow positive, they're going to go and soar like Palantir did. If you can look at Palantir real quickly, you can see Palantir now is $62 at this high, currently trading at $60.42. But you can ultimately look where Palantir was, and you can see where Palantir is, and you can see it basically has taken off. So the question of the matter is, now the company is free cash flow positive. The question is, when is it going to be when is it going to be net income positive? Yes, it's EBITDA profitable. The question is, when are they going to get net income? Everything's coming along our way. Analysts have finally doubled down and started to basically get on with it. You're going to start seeing a lot of institutional investors come back in. And, it's unfortunately retail investors that are going to wine and dine. We can only speak to the ones that that can think for themselves and understand how to read this information. But the ones that won't cry, sell. Give us your shares. Keep selling, right? We need people like you to become wealthy. You know what I mean? We need people like you, right? You're the ones that gave us the 60 cents, so please give us more, right? Continue selling. All right, we love you, right? You make us rich, right? Thank you for rowing the boat of American dream. It's people like you that the rich exist, right? And now us retail investors that are educated can join part of this game. So continue to sell. Give us shares at a cheaper price. We love you for it. Okay? So, let's see here. Where are we at? I'm just looking. Oh, yes. I appreciate you, Ethan. We are basically setting up a golf course ability for lifetime access members to come here and be able to get a discount and be able to enjoy the golf course. This includes other locations that are spas and have ocean fronts and beach fronts type, like in Oregon, and also itemizations stuff like we have the stuff here in Arizona. So we're gonna have the lifetime access is going to be kind of like a country club, pretty much, where we're going to get it to a point where it's going to be a privilege to be part of this group, and it already is, right? So let's go ahead and let me see here. Just kind of going through the comment sections. Yeah, I agree with you. Honestly, it is really a waste of time. Honestly, just kind of explaining it to folks. Exactly. I mean, you know, this is a pretty hefty drop, and ultimately, um, we're headed down the right track. I mean, this is it's free cash flow positive now. How many times do we talk about? And here we are now, right? So short term thinking, right? So uh, I think they're going to do more share buybacks, which is going to increase EPS. I think Q4 is going to be actually good. We'll see. Um, Here, UBS cautions people about the growth being priced in. I don't agree. Here's your price target increase to 420. Here's your price target increase to $4. Here's your price target increase to $4.50. Here's Citadel continuing to start to buy. So institutional investors are kicking back on. Here's Morgan Stanley coming in and buying now. Here's Charles Schwab, definitely increased their buying, and now they're just basically trimming down some of the positions that they're buying. Overall, Geode Capital increasing. We have Renaissance Technology, a really large holder now, just kind of trimming some off of the top. They have approximately 11 million shares at $1. They've pretty much turned. They made like $40 million, I think. So they're doing pretty good, I think. So. Um, So interestingly, if you look at the analyst price targets for stocks, they're not wildly reported in major news outlets. So if you go on Google, you really can't find them. So I think they did this. They did this purposely, so it gives them time to buy back in, uh, and and retail investors are going to let go of it because again they don't understand, and that's fine. Let them, right? A lot of people unfortunately sell at a loss, and you multiply that type of stupidity out by the millions, volume, you get opportunities. Big thing to look forward to this week is Wednesday's core CPI, November 13. One thing is earnings for the third quarter of Wall Street is resilient despite declining inflation. The Federal Reserve is dovish. Okay. It is a dovish Fed with rate cuts aiming to stimulate the economy. And the election uncertainty now is behind us. And now cash is on the sidelines being integrated within the stock market. And you're starting to see that, especially with IWM small caps going up. Now let's go ahead and talk about business. So Trump's potential return could now it's not potential anymore. Trump's return could shift Medicare towards Medicare Advantage. By the way, this was integrated through an article that was written regarding this, and this article was posted on our stock terminal. So I just wanted to share it. So Trump's return could shift Medicare towards Medicare Advantage, a move seen as privatization of Medicare. Currently, over half of Medicare beneficiaries use Medicare Advantage, over a half, which is true. If you followed our most recent Medicare Advantage analysis, it's approximately 54%. So I'm not too sure about Project 2025. I don't know too much about it, but the article was talking about it, so it's included here. I'm not really an expert in what the hell this is, but they're advocating for Medicare Advantage, which that's cool, right? So proponents believing Medicare Advantage offers more benefits, but critics are saying that it costs taxpayer more money. But I mean, if you're having like something that decreases A1C, then I don't care what critics say. Critics are not doctors, but doctors are upset about the pre-authorizations, which unfortunately a lot of people like Humana have taken advantage of, and they're being essentially hit hard and dinged. So overall, there's a lot of perks that Medicare Advantage includes and brings in, and I think that with a Trump presidency, this will help with propagate this type of insurance. More particularly, you're going to have people on the inside that know Clover that basically talk to these folks, and I think this is going to be pretty good. So let's see. So this is incorrect. The money will be dead in Clover for another 3 years if Trump doesn't dissolve. Yeah, so Trump is actually pro Medicare Advantage. So whoever basically says Trump is not for Medicare Advantage. They're heavily mistaken. They're heavily mistaken, and that's great because let them sell, because that's how we take their shares. It's their stupidity and lack of the ability to think for themselves. And I say these words so it can basically pressure you guys and all of you guys to think for yourself, because the biggest thing that you can do in this world is think for yourself. I mean, that's the whole purpose of college, right? Or at least it tries to be. You go to college and a lot of people think that you just get the paper. Now, obviously, that's what the system wants. But really, if you get the most value that you can get out of college is being able to take something, break it down to first principles, and actually think for yourself. But a lot of people don't think for themselves. They're passive recipients, right? And unfortunately, those are the type of folks that don't do well in the stock market. All right. So, yeah, absolutely. I would love as well. Yeah. Again, I do think I think this is kind of experiencing a down volume and we're going to probably pick back up. We'll see. Last time we fell approximately 30%. So I think maybe that's kind of what the market's seeing right now, a drop and around 30%, and this is a drop now of big free fall. So we are seeing this kind of very smooth drop, and then we're going to kind of get a slow rise. I think that's just kind of how I think it's gonna play out, right? But it could be wrong, so we'll see. Let's see. So you're saying that premiums are not great on this penny stock? Well, you're actually incorrect. The premiums are paying 9 to 10%. So again, I honestly, oh, you're saying that this thing's gonna go back to one? Yeah, you're definitely a short seller. Probably trying to come in and talk crap about this company, or you're just someone who's not educated. Because I'm reading your comments and they just don't make sense. There's a lot of inaccuracies and wrong, and we're combating them with facts. But again, I hope people do listen to you, so people do sell, and perhaps maybe they can get more opportunity. I mean, you're selling for a 60K profit when we have people up more than $500,000 and making anywhere between 30 to $60,000 a month. So it's um, for folks that want to think for themselves, look at Enphase, zoom out, and go to when it was going from free cash flow negative to free cash flow positive, and take a look at that. Right, just use your brain, and I know that's sometimes hard to do, right? But definitely, Scruff. I think this guy's a troll. I don't think this guy owns anything, to be honest. Right? He's saying that premiums aren't shit for this company, but the premiums are paying 9 to 12% per month, and then on the weekly they pay more. So that's kind of I don't agree, right? And you're saying they lost 9. If you look at EBITDA, they're actually positive, and if you look at free cash flow, it's the run rate for Clover is actually positive. So if you look at the free cash flow, it's actually positive. So yeah, a lot of people are basically blah blah blah, right? You, Yeah, no, Scruff. I don't think this. Listen. This guy's accomplishing one thing, and he's shifting the conversation to himself. And I personally think there's a lot of folks like Hedgeye and those folks that have shorted the company. And what's happening is we're coming back, and now what they want to do is they want to short the company again. And honestly, this is great. Let them, because then we can get at a better price. But what's going to end up happening is you're going to get a lot of people that is going to basically say a bunch of nonsense. They say one truth, which is one number from the earnings report, and then they're going to basically say a bunch of crap. And that's just kind of how they live their life. But ultimately, I like to be a long-term investor and fast forward to what's happening. We just got upgraded to 4 stars. Clover Health is signing up members like they've never seen before. They're free cash flow positive now. They're about to return to growth in 2025 and really return to growth in 2026. Their 5th quarter of revenue, I know there's 4 quarters, they call it the 5th quarter of revenue of their SaaS from the Iowa clinic, is about to basically get engaged for next year in 2025. So ultimately, they're going to showcase that part of their SaaS. So ultimately, this is what we're seeing here, and I think it's all good. And again, yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And this is kind of where we're at. So let's see. Exactly. That's small potatoes for a lot of us here. We're in for millions. Exactly. Right. That's the saying. I mean, Laz is the type of person that we don't want him in our stock terminal. That's the type of person that we really don't like, and we really don't want in our lifetime access. That's number one, and number two, he doesn't understand the type of money we have in our stock terminal, um, right? But it's not about handling. We're free cash flow positive. I don't understand kind of how I don't understand kind of what language to speak to you, because common sense is not working. But this most recent earnings report reported a 49 million of free cash flow. That's positive free cash flow. That's I mean I don't I don't know how to explain it else to you. It's positive free cash flow. That's a big deal, right? You have you have to a point now, analysts are upgrading their price target by over 100% because the writing is all over the wall that this company is a good company. Even Jim Cramer was saying it, and so again, this is why I think this person's a troll, and that this person knows exactly what positive free cash flow is. And I bet you it's people like those folks from Hedgeye that really didn't see this coming. So I think that's kind of who these people are. Okay. Uh, um, let's see here. It says it's like a circle. It has no edges. It keeps repeating like a. No, I know. Literally, it's yeah, right. Just continue. Yeah, I think time to sell and jump back in. Right. Let's respect the host in the live and save the arguing of somewhere other than the live. Right. No, I know. Yeah, I know. Honestly, B Rob, it's so funny because you have this gentleman here, and I'm getting a lot of comments like that though, and I really think you go to our stock terminal here and actually and again, exactly. One of our CPAs, we got a lot of smart people in our group. Something's brewing, accumulate, folks, right? So the rest of the market is ripping, and this is going down. I find that very funny. So altogether, looking at kind of Clover right now, real quick, and just looking at this right now, from what it looks like here, this thing looks like it's going to come down and touch on that 278. That's kind of and that was kind of the run from Centers of Medicare from that 4 stars that we called out. But I think if we were to draw a line, I just kind of weird to draw a line that goes like this, maybe like this. So we'll see how things go. But ultimately, from the long end of things, the next 2 to 3 years, we're going to have sufficient amount of data. I would say by 2026, I will have enough data to accurately project the price target to know where this is going, like to where like this will be and that price target that will be projected will only be available in our lifetime access group because all the stuff that we're getting is we're getting preliminary stuff, little bits and pieces because we haven't gotten the full picture of Clover yet. Okay. Now for a Monte Carlo sequence projection, real quick, we can go ahead and see where we're at right now in the most recent one here, and you can see this thing wants to go. This thing wants to go. Let's take a look at AlgoFlow for a sec here, and let's see where Algo is. So Algo is negative as expected on the day. Let's look at the 5-day. So it's shot up and now it's shooting down. So again, it's trying to recalibrate. I think we're getting closer to this bottom. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, I know. Honestly, they're like nitpicking when we're up literally 256% in 6 months, and then since the start of the year we're up 237%. So yeah. Again, this is what happens when we have an open access YouTube forum. You're gonna get the good, the bad, and the idiots. I mean, that's kind of what we're doing. Let's see here. Let's see what's going on here. Oh yeah, Audrey says thanks, Al. Who's Audrey? I want to meet Audrey. Right. Let's see. See what's going on here. Oh, he's saying that 9-10% is nothing. Yeah, that's compounded per month. I don't know, man. It's yeah, it's very yeah, and maybe this, what's funny? It could be CRD 9596. It could be him, honestly. That could be him. Who knows? Yeah, it could be him, right? So that's fine. Obviously, this guy's a troll. This guy's trolling. Uh, what do you guys think? Should we boot him off? Should we block him? I mean, I have the power. I have the power of doing that. So let me know if you guys want me to block him, or if you want him to keep yapping like a chihuahua. Let me know. It doesn't ban people like Laz. If it's someone else, you'd be gone by now. What do you think, Smiles? Should we ban him? Should you bring up a good point? Should we take him out? Like should we just remove him? Do a Facebook type censorship? Should we do censorship? Let's see here. Um, we could do some censorship right now, right? We can censor him, right? Let's see. Because remember, this is YouTube. This is Google. Google loves censorship, so we could definitely censor him. Let's see here. Let's see what's going on with the comment section. Let's see what's going on here. I'm just reading the thing. Let's see. So what do you guys want me to do? Yeah, he's obviously a troll. He has a few comments in stock twits, including lazy something. His history showed he was a bull, but sold at 130.13 and been upset ever since. No, yeah, I know. Yeah. No, yeah, I know. He's definitely not an investor. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm still scrolling through the chat. You guys are talking up a storm here. I'm on like 12:49. I'm trying to like zoom in here real quick. What's going on? What's going on, Data? What's going on? Yeah, I agree with you, John. I agree with you, John Doe. I can't tell if Lazarus can or CRD 9596. Haha, it's so funny. Boot him? Should we boot him? Let's boot him. Block. He's like, block me. Block me. This is pretty entertaining. This is pretty entertaining, no? Nah, let him yap. Okay, fine. We'll let him yap. Normal bear thesis. Let him yap. Do it. Banhammer. Do it. Do it. Block it. Man, I love you guys. No, it's okay. We'll scare. Oh man. This guy reminds me of this guy here. Let's see if I can find him. Chihuahua. So I can find him here. Where is this guy? Let's go to Clover here. Let's go to GIF. Find a Chihuahua. Some barking here. No, all these are cute. These are too cute. Yeah, reminds me of this guy actually. This one. This one. He adds no, exactly. Yeah, no, yeah. Keep commenting. There it is. That's good. Yeah. You're obviously a long-term investor, my friend. Fine with distance. He's spamming the chat and that's annoying. He said so he said to do it, so I would. Don't block him. Trolls remind me of 60 cents. The days, the good old days when all should have bought more. Put him in timeout. I'm not complaining. I'm still up 200%. But here's the thing, though. Even if we go down, I mean, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to take more. Now, we'll just kind of mess up a little bit with the covered calls and cash secured puts. Not really. You can always roll them, so I'm not really too scared of that. Let's see. Let him chirp. Let him chirp the chirp. It's all freedom of speech, but that's more like freedom of trolling. On yeah, we'll let him. Al can't handle anyone trading his beloved Clover stock. Oh man. Oh yeah, I can't handle. He'll be back with a different name. Oh, that's so true. Laz, your toy. How does it feel to be played with? leave, leave him here. Don't give him what he wants. He never been on stock twiz. See, leave the mango. Let's see what's the chat here. What's going on with the chat? Oh man, hating on me because I didn't sit through the pullback. Man, it's invent. You're gonna join. You're gonna join. Come on, we don't want you. We don't want you. You're gonna spam us. No, please don't. This is hilarious. Please don't. Please. God, don't choose lifetime access, please. Imagine. The best part about this guy, he sold all the shares at the top and somehow will report back when he miraculously bought at all-time lows. Hi Al, what do you expect? Why were you expecting? Well, I mean, we talked about it on the research edge that we should expect to see some drop in the mid form of November, which is what we're seeing. But interestingly, other stocks are actually seeing all-time highs. And I think personally, we're seeing a revolving around the market right now because Clove has performed so well. I think a lot of money now is going to other stocks. Like, for example, Palantir, right? Palantir is doing really well. So it's 264% like us, right? And if you look at Tesla, a lot of stocks are coming to Tesla because Tesla's just recently basically been on a rampage. I mean, the past literally 6 months, it's up 99%. So I mean, this thing's going on a rampage. So I think a lot of folks are coming towards this because this thing used to be $180. This thing's up like a lot, and it finally hit the $1 trillion mark. So I think it's just a necessary cool off because you just can't have stocks continue to go up, right? No, honestly, Rudy, I agree with you. I'm having fun. Honestly, I think what's happening now is now we're all laughing, and even he's laughing, right? We're all laughing because we all realize because in the beginning we're like, no, we're trying to talk sense into it, but then once we realize the stance of the person, we're like, okay, and that's the beautiful part about having fun doing fundamentals. You kind of know, you know what I mean? All this excitement and my golden doodles are just sleeping next to me on the couch. I know, right? Give him a kiss on the head. I love golden doodles. No, don't join now. God, no. then you're gonna kill us on our channel. No, no. Maybe he is CRD, whatever 95, 94, whatever the number is. I guess he doesn't have millions. We invested. Let's see here. Just bought 16,000. Oh, okay. All right. He's coming back. Well, where is it now? Oh, he just came back. 326. I bet his name is CR. Watch. Imagine he comes online with that name. I'm like, oh, there he is. going from $1 to 6 by 16. I know that's what I'm saying. We have the data, so I thought let's. Did you go under 2? Whether you buy 1, 2, or 3. Well, here's the thing, guys. Regardless if it's 1, 2, or 3, or 4, listen. In the next 5 years, guys, I truly think that this thing's going to be over $25. I mean, okay, just forget the trolling. Oh shoot, he got in right low, and now look at that. He made a good old 0.83%. All right, check this out. Listen, regardless of where the hell you buy this, I think in the next 5 years, this is I'm going to be serious for a sec, okay? I think in the next 5 years, guys, this stock is going to be over $20. Okay? Not financial advice, I'm just saying. Lots of people were upset when this thing shot up to $3, right? Lots of people got upset. It hurt them really badly, knowing that they could have taken $1,000 and got 1,000 shares. And sometimes when it was 60 cents, they could have gotten like almost 1,700 shares for $1,000. I mean, heck, you could have gotten 100,000 shares for $100,000. People are livid. People are, imagine getting 140,000, 150,000 shares for 100,000. I mean, holy moly! Okay, so what's going to end up happening is, what's happening is, the long term of this is going to be so sexy that all of this bickering that we're doing, like, I don't want to say it because I don't want to offend anyone on here, but of all this bickering that we're doing, it's all going to be, just for jokes and giggles. We're going to look back and we're going to be like, holy shit, right? The amount of money that this thing can make with its SaaS side of the business and its growth rate in regards to its insurance plan, it is insane what this thing can do. So we're going to see where this takes us, and I think it's gonna be very good, right? No, he definitely he hijacked the whole thing. Squeeze alert! You are a trader. Let's see here. So you're saying the candle? Let's take a look. Yeah, so it's pretty much, so see this line I drew? I drew this line from this angle here. So it's pretty much coming in on this line right here. So we could bounce, we'll see, right? Because there's a support line right here. So I think that's kind of where he was talking about. Exactly. That's exactly the case, right? So all the talks that Laz did regarding Trump against this, against that, that's all bullshit, right? That's not true. Rudy, I would say do the due diligence on the stock terminal. It's tough to kind of do all that. AMC's bouncing now. Late response may happen to Clover as well. I mean, it could be, right? Hi, Jack. All right, needs overview up. All right, good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we had. It was really fun. It was really fun to talk through the chat. I think that was a pretty fun chat, guys. I think, Laz, that's great. No, we're not going to block you. We're going to promote you, right? We're going to promote you. We want you on every live now, right? You and Ken. All right. So, no, of course, no, yeah, and also we don't believe in censorship, right? We believe in free speech, right? Laz needs to join next time. Oh, you know what? Yeah, yeah, it's good actually to join the live and we can talk. I think Laz, if you're up for it, you don't have to turn on your camera. You don't have to turn on your camera, but are you down? Are you down to join the live and just kind of talk? And I mean, I don't have my camera on. You could just kind of turn on, do the live and we can talk. I think that'll be fun. I think that'll be fun. Yeah, it's really tough. It's really tough. I have to look at the free cash flow. Right now, I'm really honed in on Clover because it's getting to that free cash flow positivity. I mean, this thing's exciting. Okay, I'm really excited. Right, this thing's very exciting. Oh, you're naked. Let's turn the camera. Oh man, you're gonna get us banned from YouTube. Imagine, right? Just imagine. Oh, that would be terrible. Just imagine. All right, guys. All right, guys. Well, this was really fun. Yeah. No, this is it. This is it. I mean, I'm very excited for this. Now, obviously, do I want I mean, come on, guys. It's $3. I mean, holy shit. This is great. I mean, remember when it used to remember where it used to be? This is great. I'm excited, right? So we'll see where this goes. But ultimately, once we get to that fiscal year, we'll see what happens to 2025 to see if potentially it might be net income profitable. We'll see. We'll see. Right. All right. So that's it, guys. That's all I have for you. Love you all, and enjoy the start of your Monday. I'll see you on the next one.